Good morning, everyone. Oh my God, it's a new day. Today's Thursday, June 19th. Good morning, everyone. All right, so plenty of stuff going on. Plenty of stuff. Like there is so much going on right now. Okay, so looking on the 4-hour, on the 1-hour chart. A lot of stuff. A lot of liquidity. A lot of liquidity on silver around here, a little lower than where it is right now, and a lot of liquidity, like buy side liquidity on gold around 3400. Like this whole area is insane. But there is also sell side liquidity under London session, and there's also sell side liquidity under the low of June 12th, which I think it's a week ago, the low from a week ago, from last Thursday. Anyway, let's go to the smaller time frames and see exactly what is going on in here. So, sell side liquidity, SMT sell side at the low of the oh my God, what is going on? At the low of the London kill zone. And silver just swept that low. You guys, I don't know what's going on with my trading view. I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing. And I don't know if it's showing on your end, but it's like the image is overlapping. Anyway. Okay, so, look at this area here on silver. The high of London and the high of the Asia session, which again, if I'm looking at that area, I think that there is also like a great level of SMT buy side over there. Oh my God. Because it's like relatively equal highs here with silver. Like a very smooth area with silver and gold just created this downward sloping thing. So I'm just going to mark the areas on both pairs. Okay. Currently price seems to be rejecting from a 5-minute inversion fair value gap on on gold. And silver seems to be rejecting from the low that it just took out, which is the low of the London kill zone. So as usual, guys, what I'm doing right now, I'm just marking SMT levels, because you know that is how I spot that's where liquidity is for me, and that really helps me understand what price might be looking to do after reaching into one of those SMT areas, depending on what reaction it's gonna have, obviously. So now if I'm gonna look at this whole thing, actually, you see again a very downward sloping area here with gold, whereas with silver, again, it was like relatively equal highs here. Yeah. You know what? I want to check if on a slightly bigger time frame, like for example 15 minute, is there any SIBI that was left unbalanced? 30 minutes, 1 hour, no, nothing. You know what? If I can get a move a little lower into one of these bullish fair value gaps over here, preferably around 33.65 ish, 33.66, I might actually look to buy. Looking on the 5 minutes, technically speaking, all right, with the risk of a late entry, I'm going to take this. All right, so we have SMT divergence and 940 on the 5 minutes rejecting on silver after taking out the sell side liquidity at the low of the London kill zone. And also with the same candle, gold is rejecting from the 5 minute, oh my god, not that one. From the 5 minute inversion bullish fair value gap that it created over here. And it was also inside a previous H1 inversion. Previous, yeah, let's say we could say previous, whatever. So gold creating a higher low and rejecting from an existing fair value gap. Silver creating a lower low, rejecting from the low that it just took. So yeah, a bit of a late entry for me. A bit of a late entry, like around, let's see how much. So technically speaking, my entry, like the entry signal occurred once 940 candle closed, and till my entry, okay, not that much of a big deal. 11 pips, 12, that's fine. It's okay. The buy side currently, I really want to see how it will react once it reaches this high, 835. It's really important to see how it's going to react from there. Also 8 a.m. or rather 7:55 candle. I really want to keep an eye on that and see exactly how it's going to react there. It also had a nice touch to the equilibrium area here, measuring from the low of the London session all the way to the high of the pre-New York kill zone. Yeah. Not sure about my stop loss though, to be honest. But we'll see. I would like this 940 BSI to not be rebalanced in any way. That should be like a breakaway gap. I would like that to be a breakaway gap. But we'll see. Ei, ce faci? Trisha, tu te sus și papa, hai. Tu te și papa, hai. Haide, fugi. Da. Da, hai, iubire. Vii sus? Hai. Hai, sus, hai. Uite sus. Hello. Look who's here. Da, Ma Kitty. Okay, so in total, this is like more than 2R if it reaches the TP. So I'm just gonna do it as usual and just put this at 2R, see exactly where that is around here. Okay, I like the way it's reacting over at, you know, like sucking in, I would say, the buy side liquidity above this high currently, because yeah, apparently I just opened my mouth too early. Yeah. Let's just see how it's gonna keep on pumping higher. Woohoo! Yeah. This is good. Okay, good stuff. Good, good, good. Good, very good. The move in terms of bips, it's not that big so far. Like 40 pips of stop loss, and so far it did go like 1R in my favor. And I'm looking to the left side to see if there is any reason that I should consider moving my stop loss to break even, except for the 12-minute open level, and perhaps this inversion here on the 15 minutes. I don't know, we'll see. 30 minutes. Okay, maybe I want to adjust the inversion based on the 30 minutes here on the 6 a.m. candle. But for now, it's not looking bad. I mean, it's pretty solid. But, you know, it really depends on how the current candle is going to close, which is about to happen in about 10 seconds. Definitely the BC on the 952 candle is, I would say I wouldn't want that at all to be invalidated, because it's the BC that formed precisely on absorbing the liquidity above 935. And I just, technically I would like to see it continue to move higher, utilizing that buy side for, you know, further move higher. So now gold going above 835 and silver not, because 835 on silver, it's this area, that high over here. I would not want to see gold create a bearish fair value gap. Like, I would definitely not want to see it create that, not even on the 1 minute. Also, I'm checking here, it seems that 946 was the, or is the most recent respected BC out of which off of which it created like a higher high. So 946 BC is also quite important. Okay, so it did create a 1 minute city. I'm not really happy with that, to be honest with you. Not really happy with that. So I'm really keeping an eye here on that. Yeah, I don't like what it's doing. You know what? I'm gonna secure my stop loss at break even. Okay. Don't be an asshole. Don't take me out of break even only to then, just don't. Yeah, I think it's gonna take me out a break even.
This is a reminder.
Oh my god, it did not take me out. Not yet. Okay, out at break even for now. But like I said, I'm not really liking what it did here off of the 955 CB. I don't really like that. And if it took me out only to continue to move higher, it's such an asshole. Yeah, it's gonna be such an asshole. Anyway. Okay, so for now, one break-even trade for me. This is another of the things, like another reason why having like slighter later entries is not such a good thing, because when you want to put your stop loss at break even, it's like you're not actually at break even. It's like you trailed your stop loss. Not actually trailing your stop loss, but it's like you put your stop loss break even plus the number of pips that you got late with. So right now, if it's gonna start to shoot up after taking me out at my break even, considering that I was like 12 or ish pips, my entry was about 12 pips later than the entry that I actually should have had, then I would not have been taken out at break even. But yeah, we'll see. Because right now, re-entering, it doesn't make sense for me. Because I don't have any reason to re-enter for now. Oh no, don't do this. Oh my god. Like I said, it probably took me out only to just continue pushing higher. And if it does that, that's okay. And if it actually will not continue to move higher, then it's probably gonna break under this low 10 a.m. candle like crazy. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, just look at it creating SIBI after SIBI, SIBI after SIBI. Got into 955, rejected, created a SIBI. 958, rebalanced that, went lower, created 1003. Right now it's going into 1003. Let's see what it's going to do after this. Yeah, it's probably rejecting, obviously. I just tapped the 5-minute BISI. It's really curious if it's going to reject from here. And you know what? If it's going to reject from here, so this is a break-even trade, all right? If it's going to reject from here, I might actually re-enter into a long. But there is still more than 3 minutes until the current candle will close. So hopefully it's not just going to fly from here without another chance to enter. Because a lot of stuff can happen with this current candle within the next 3 minutes until that candle will close. And I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it because of this SMT over here. That's why. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. All right, sorry for that. I went to feed Trisha. All right, so what is going on in here? Gold seems to be rejecting from that 5-minute busy, isn't it? You know what? If this thing is going to... I'm actually thinking. Allow me to think. Because I want to say, if gold is going to reject from this 940 busy, I'm going to buy it one more time. But it really, really depends on how this current candle is going to close, because on silver it doesn't look very promising, honestly. I didn't do anything yet. Okay. Okay, I'm buying again. I got filled at 33.69.21. 33.69.21. Okay, I'm gonna bring my stop loss. Right under the entry candle, I'm thinking. Yeah. $2R is just about here. Okay. I don't want to put my stop loss in another area lower than the entry candle because of this 10-12 busy. I don't want that to be invalidated. If it gets invalidated, I don't want to be in the trade. Okay, so break-even trade with a late entry and right now a second chance with an entry similar to the previous one. This time with a rather smaller stop loss. So the stop loss is about 30% smaller than the previous one. I can't open more than 2 standard lots on the Blueberry Funded 100K challenge, so that's how much I have open here right now. 2 contracts, lots, whatever you want to call it. Someone asking, what time is it now there? Right here, it's 5:17 p.m. 5:17 p.m. I have been stopped out. Yes, I was stopped out at break-even. I did mention that. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the live stream. I also want to pay extra attention to whenever gold is gonna create a new high here, if it's gonna do that. Not gold, silver. So once silver reaches this area, I want to pay attention to that. Oh my god, why is it not doing anything? It's not moving, literally just not moving. I haven't checked if there is any high impact news for today, but I don't think that there is anything, at least not at this hour. Economic calendar, nope, nothing, absolutely nothing. And tomorrow's Friday, nothing either for tomorrow. So this entire week is just like ghost. Yeah, see? Exactly what I was saying. If it's gonna invalidate this busy, I don't want to be in a long trade. And it already did that. So, with all due respect, I'm probably gonna be out soon. It didn't take me out yet. Yeah, okay. One break-even trade and one loss. I'm down $700 on this second trade. And I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. Not looking for recover the loss or anything like that. Because definitely the market, like price action is really not doing what it's supposed to do or what I'm expecting it to do. I don't know. So if that's the case, I just don't want to push it. I'm just going to keep on watching it. So one break even and one loss. I'm just going to readjust the annotations around the chart. So definitely for a 1 minute short entry opportunity, like that was it. Definitely that was it. For whoever took a short on the 1 minute, well done. So I'm talking about this SMT over here it was sort of like this, but still you can see, you can still see that there is like a clear SMT in here. And also take a look at this from here to here, and then from around here to here. Okay, so judging by the first one, which is this, gold taking buy side liquidity above here, and then inverting, what was that? That was 952, inverting 952 BISI on the 1 minute with the 955 SIBI, and then creating another SIBI 958, and then rebalancing that, creating another SIBI 1003. And then just look at how 1003 kept price there. Like it this is true resistance. Like, honestly, look at it. It did so well. 1003, it really did well. And then also looking at the second SMT, which is here, where gold made a lower high and then silver made a higher high. Gold, again, see, rejecting from the existing SIBI to 1003. What would have been like a good entry candle? This one, 1020.
Dinner and vitamins in 30 minutes.
Definitely 1020. With a stop loss that would not have been big at all, like 25 pips. Like, that's nothing. Honestly, that is really nothing. And there is minor sell side over here. And it's probably just going to go there and continue even lower, because even though, yes, I did mark this area with SMT sell side, there's actually no SMT sell side over there. It's not there where it is. So, I mean, it is, but it's probably going to be used as fuel. Yeah, probably. So, one break even and one loss for me. 0.7%, almost 1% today, minus. Oh my god, what is this thing doing? Okay. So that would have been like this. A very, very good representation of this trade would have been like this. And it's just about to hit that, and probably more. But that would have been already like 2R, I think. Yeah. That would have been already 2R. Anyway, let's just leave it here. Just to see the potential of that, because, yeah. Someone says, US bank holiday. Really? It's a US bank holiday? Oh, okay. I had no idea it's a US bank holiday today. But why? What bank holiday is it? What bank holiday is it, you guys? Really? I really had no idea. It's a bank holiday today. And that explains the lack of absolutely no news events on the US dollar whatsoever, like absolutely zero. That really explains. Someone's saying in the chat, oh, today it's a bad day. No. Why would you say it's a bad day? It's not a bad day. Every day it's a good day. or at least it has the potential to be one. So just don't interpret days as good or bad depending on if you made money or not. It's a good day simply because we are alive, you guys, honestly. And I'm really not joking when I'm saying that. You really cannot say that you're having a bad day just because you got stopped out. I could say I have a bad day right now because I'm thirsty. But I can do something about it, right? I could say that, it's a bad day because I took a loss. But I can also do something about that. And doing something about the fact that I took a loss, and to make sure it's not going to be like a bad day for me, it's not to try to recover the loss. It's just to not react to that feeling that is often felt whenever stop loss is hit. And usually that's a feeling of like unworthiness or like undeservedness. What the heck? No, guys, life, it's much more than this. So if you want to say it's a bad day, today it's a bad day, and if tomorrow you're going to get another stop loss, what? You're going to say it's a bad day again? And what if you're going to lose the whole week? Oh, it's a bad week. And what if you're going to end the month in an overall drawdown? Oh, it's a bad month. And what if you're going to end the year, in a drawdown? Oh, it was a bad year. It's a bad year. And then the moment you know it, you end up looking behind and you've spent the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You're at the end of the life and you said, oh, it was a bad life. What the heck? No, you guys, don't do that to yourselves, honestly. So today is June 18th. I never had any idea what kind of stuff is celebrated today. A holiday celebrated on June 19th to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved people in the U.S. Enslaved people in the U.S. or by the U.S.? Oh my God, did I just say that? Oh! Oh. Oh. Okay, I understand what holiday it is. The end of slavery in 1865. And thank you. And it's saying, let's hit the like button, chat. Yeah, chat. Hit the like button. Thank you, and. Okay, so no volume, really. Well, okay, so if it's a bank holiday, should we call it a day? Should I call it a day? I need to take my cat to the vet today because she needs to have her teeth cleaned, because apparently she has a lot of, I don't know what's the English word, tartar, I think. I don't know if it's the same in Romania. Let me go ahead and ask ChatGPT. Tartar, yeah, dental tartar. Okay, so yeah. Or dental calculus. Uh-huh. Yeah, so she needs to have her teeth cleaned because of tartar buildup. Whoa. Yeah, so I need to take her to the vet today. And I'm probably going to take advantage of that, or of this bank holiday, and do that. Wow, it's just doing nothing. But yeah, like I said, now it makes sense. So it's just meandering around the 50% level of this range from the low of the London session. London goes out till the high at 6:40 a.m. Really interesting to see what will happen in here. Rather. It doesn't look good. I don't like this. No. It doesn't look good. Silver is more clear, honestly. It's a little more clear silver. What if that move makes failure swing and continues higher? What if? Let it be. What if it does that? It can do that. Of course it can do. What you're asking, like, probably you're asking how you could trade that if this is a failure swing low and then it's just going to move higher. Well, think about it like this. Do you have an SMT? Always think in terms of SMT. And if you have an SMT, then think of waiting for confirmation through a bullish fair value gap. So in this case, yeah, we could say that there is an SMT here, relatively equal lows being formed, and on silver, higher lows being formed. So normally this is like a bullish continuation SMT, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check this out. Just give me a second, you guys. I'm trying to see what type of SMT that I'm trying to see if I can bring that. Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. You can't. But yeah, that obviously can happen. Because that type of SMT where gold creates relatively equal lows, in other words, it's forming support, and silver, it's creating higher lows. In other words, silver is already showing a sign of strength. So by creating higher lows, silver, the indicator pair, showing sign of strength, and gold creating relatively equal low, so a failure swing low, again showing a potential sign of strength. So that strength can only be confirmed through the formation of a bullish fair value gap, preferably on the 5 minutes, because it's just a lot better on the 5 minutes. It has like a higher probability. Plus you can get like better risk to reward ratio, and you can actually get better moves off of that, out of that, with the 5 minute busy. So yeah, it could also do that. But at the same time, and it's one of the downsides of whenever price is just consolidating on one of the pairs, like we can currently definitely see silver currently being in a very tight consolidation, you see. And when that happens, you're very often going to have SMTs at the highs, which usually indicate a short selling, and you're also going to have SMTs at the lows, which is usually indicating buys, and you're just going to have conflicting signals whenever one of the pairs is consolidating. Because right now you can see this high over here at 10.10. So it's this from that high till here. And on silver, it's from here till here. Silver is already creating a higher high. And gold for now, it's not. It might. I'm not saying that it cannot just catch up, you know. It definitely can do that. I'm just saying that what if silver is going to sweep that buy side and then reject, and in the meantime gold is just going to stay inside this bearish fair value gap, and then once silver rejects from having taken the buy side liquidity above here or above here, then what if it's going to reject, and at the same time gold will also reject off of that SIBI. So that's like an obstacle in the way of the idea of looking for a long continuation. So every time you have to look at both possible scenarios, you know, because if you're going to take a trade based on one of them and then you're ignoring the fact that after you got the entry, so let's just say right now that let's just say that I'm buying, okay, and I'm buying, right, and I'm waiting for price to start to move higher in my favor, but I'm just ignoring the fact that silver is already going higher, but gold is just not. Gold seems to be stuck in a bearish fair value gap, right? And then I'm ignoring the fact that silver is already going higher, up, sweeping buy side liquidity. And all I'm doing is I'm just waiting for gold to catch up, right? And just gold also starts to go up. But then I'm ignoring the fact that maybe silver, it's going to start to reject from there. And at the same time, gold will also start to reject from the bearish fair value gap that it was stuck in, whilst silver was doing its thing and going up to sweep that buy side liquidity. So if you take a trade, your job just begins right then and right there when you take the trade. that's when you are a trader. That's when your job as a trader actually begins. Because now you need to manage the trade. Your job is not to wait for an entry confirmation and then take the trade and that's it. No, your job is that after you took the trade, now you have to manage that trade. So yeah, this is what needs to be done. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to call it a day. Take care. I had no idea it's a bank holiday today, because if I would have known that, I probably would not have made any live stream, but whatever. And I could have avoided like a $700 loss. But it is what it is. Yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a live stream. It's Friday and